You know, the A6300 has the, oh fuck. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Vlogging is hard. Really hard. I don't feel like I have the energy. I don't know. I need to liven up a little bit. All right, what's up guys? Collin Sumter here, and I am talking today about why I switched from the Canon 6D to the A6300. All right, so while I'm doing this, I am going to be drinking this Cabernet Ocaso from Argentina. So I'm gonna do a little review of that as well, make it a little more fun. So let's get this started here. Pop that in. I can. Oh yeah. All right, best part right here. Pop that shit up. Pop it up, baby. Oh yeah. Gotta have the wine, baby. Gotta have the wine. You can't talk about cameras without wine, man. This is a vintage 2015. Fucking fantastic. All right, that's the first sip here. It's pretty good. A little sweet. Got some notes of cedar in there. Definitely getting some 2015 tastes. I can definitely taste the 2015 in this. There's fucking Kanye all over it. My roommates are assholes, so probably hear them running around and being violently drunk. And so the camera shoots 4K at So I'd originally filmed this video as an unboxing, but all my footage kind of turned out like this. So yeah, pretty good shit. Not sure why it did that. I think I had it plugged in and it just didn't record any audio, but whatever. So I switched from the Canon. This might be messing with the focus. This video's out of focus, blame it on the A6300, okay? That'll be like a test. So if this whole video's out of focus, I'm trusting this thing right now, you know? Canon 6D, I had a lot of problems with the 6D just being from 2013. It's an older camera. So I got the A6300 because it was a lot smaller. So with my Canon 6D, I had the battery grip on it, plus a massive Tamron 28 to 75 millimeter lens. It was just like too big. I wanted to like go and take pictures of my friend playing in his band, but I couldn't bring it because it was just like, the camera itself was like 6 pounds. The A6300 is a lot smaller. The smaller form factor helps me bring it more places, get more tight shots that I wouldn't be able to get with a bigger camera, but also to be able to use it on a gimbal, which is really the main reason why I wanted to get the A6300, because of the Zhiyun crane, which I haven't bought yet, but I've had my eye on it for a while, and the 6D was just kind of like too big to really mount on there. I mean, I guess I had an upgrade to where you could use it, but it was kind of seemed like it was pushing the limit of what would be possible. So I primarily do wedding videography, a lot of commercial work. I really wanted a camera that could capture something on the fly, because I'm always just running to get the next shot. I love the way the camera shoots the 4K in such a small form factor. It's kind of a, god damn it. The A6300, with its picture profiles, I've been using S-Log too. I have been having some issues. I guess you have to overexpose it by about 2 stops. 1.7 is the sweet spot. And if you don't do that, then there's definitely a lot of like noise and artifacts in it. So the shadows are just completely terrible. Trying to start vlogging, so, you know, that's, I got some wine and chips. Sorry, I had to send that Snapchat. The S-Log profile is just kind of murky in low light scenarios. So you really have to overexpose that shot and get the shadows as bright as possible, or else it's not going to turn out great. So I don't see myself using that a lot because I do a lot of low light stuff. It's one of the reasons why I bought this camera, because it has an APS-C sensor for a mirrorless. It's awesome, and it's probably the best APS-C like performance in low light that's out there. So I put it right up there with my Canon 6D as far as how good it can capture light in low light scenarios. Like, it's fantastic. Things I didn't like: the bad battery life, man. I put a battery in there, it only lasts like an hour, like max. I'm just like messing around with the camera and it's dead, like that, done. I guess the screen is cool that it articulates up, but it doesn't flip around. So even just now I had to record myself twice just to like see if I was in frame, and then I had to go back to the camera and make sure that my head, because I'm like a big guy, you know, I had to see if my head was in frame. Maybe it's still not. I mean, I may not. Maybe my head's gonna be cut off right now. I don't even know. Apparently it's got 425 points of autofocus, and it's supposed to be able to get like pinpoint accuracy. Another bad point about this is the 4K rolling shutter is awful. Ugh. Whenever you're like recording, you press record and the image kind of bumps in a little bit. Like, you have the shot framed and you know exactly what you're gonna be filming, and then it just like, it scales in, like it crops in just like a little bit more. And that definitely bugs the fuck out of me. Actually, to do all of these, to figure out exactly, I have a list here. I keep like looking at this and looking back. I'm just gonna read them off. So what I don't like about it: the terrible battery life, I put meh build quality, because I feel like this could at any moment, this camera might fall apart. You know, I think it's built pretty well, but I feel like the screen might just like, one little bolt might break off or something. I was trained with a Canon camera. Like, I've shot with Canon cameras my whole professional career. Switching to Sony, you know, maybe that's my own thing, like just like getting used to it, but it doesn't feel like everything is logical. So the menu is like massive, which is cool because there's like a lot of things that you can do with the camera, but it also kind of sucks because you get lost really easily. There's just kind of too many options, to be honest. I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to understand what all this shit means. All this shit. So the continuous shots, if you do continuous when you're doing photography, it's 11 frames a second, but you can only do it for like 2 seconds. And then it tells you, whoa, did you see that shit? All right, so I just had to switch some batteries around, which I will say is another positive that this camera can shoot. If you plug it into its like micro SD battery thing, you can keep recording even though the batteries are dead. These lights are not as fortunate to have that. No headphone jack. I'm a DSLR filmmaker, I'm used to that. It's a negative, but it really doesn't affect me. And then the overheating issues. I've heard rumors.
I love rumors.
I got this camera in fall of 2017, so I really don't have anything to say about that because I haven't had it overheat on me yet, but I haven't really done any intense shooting with this. I've had this camera for a month, and most of my style of shooting is just 10 to 15 second clips, and so we'll see with that in the future. So I'm pretty excited about this camera, especially when I start getting more lenses. Right now, all I have is the 35mm f1.8, which is a great lens, basically a 50mm. And I'm planning on getting a lot more really soon, but this is just like the first one that I want to get and test it out with. But yeah, I would say just, know these limitations going into it. Everybody's going to need different things for different things. So if you have, if you're like a documentary filmmaker or whatever, you just have to know what you need. I know that I need to get quick shots fast. I'm a guerrilla filmmaker. I'm doing weddings. I'm in there. And we're getting shots of this, we're getting shots of that. Now it's time for the ceremony, now it's time for this. Commercial shoots, I do a lot of commercials where there's a little bit of planning, but also a lot of them are pretty low budget commercials. So we're just like running and getting this shot, getting that shot. You know, we need to be able to do some green screen, but move fast and but make it look good. All right, guys. Well, this is my first vlog video. Don't judge me too hard on it. On the wine, the Ocaso, I would say it's pretty good. If I were to give it out of 5 stars, I think I would give this Cabernet a 3.5 because it's sweet, it's really easy to drink, but it's still got that dry red that I enjoy personally. So not a bad wine at all. I definitely recommend you try it out. It wasn't that expensive either. It was only $10, I think like 10 or 11 bucks a bottle. So not bad at all. As far as the A6300, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. You have to know those going into it. Know what type of camera you need for what you're doing. And I honestly think it'd make a great addition to any camera gear that you have now. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked my content, please like this video and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I really only have 32 subscribers right now. That was not a joke. So please subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video and what I should do next. I want to take this time, by the way, to thank all our sponsors. Seriously, making this happen. I just want to thank all of we have so many sponsors. I mean, they're just coming out of the woodworks.